So good Sunday morning to you. Hope everything is great in your world. It's going to be a busy Sunday here on the Weather Spot. Busy behind the scenes. I'm going to go ahead and do today's live stream and I got a good show lined up for you today. So thanks for hopping on. Be comfortable for a second. Let me take you through all the stuff, but we're working on some good stuff today at the Weather Spot. Shout out to a couple of guys that are going to be popping on the stream as severe weather happens, when it happens, when they're available to help out. So that's going to be Kyle Truelove and Bailey Miller at Rich Hill Fire, by the way. I'm going to be working with them this afternoon, finishing getting them set up to pop onto this stream with some storm views as they are happening. So Truelove has storm chasing experience and will be able to help us out with where storms are. I'll be showing you on radar and we'll be tracking them there. But you've heard me say that it really helps to know exactly what's on the ground, especially for severe weather. So we'll have severe weather and road conditions and things like that available as both of these guys will be able to get out there and we'll be able to watch with them. If you're here on the stream with me, we'll see what's going on radar, for example, and then we can pop out and see exactly what they are seeing and they can tell us what's on the ground and where. So that's going to be awesome stuff. Working on that today behind the scenes. Of course, perfect world, we never need that stuff, but we know that we do. And just another way to keep us all warned, prepared, and safe. And that's the goal. So let's start today by taking a look on satellite first. Look at this huge area of low pressure. It's actually over western Colorado right now. And as we've been talking about the last 3 or 4 days, this low is going to slide across the central plains up here into the northern continental United States over the next day. And that is going to bring us all this weather that we're going to be primarily talking about today. But for the meantime, come into our area here, we are partly to mostly cloudy skies, and I think it stays that way most of today. It's just a cloudy Sunday. I'm starting out at about 55 degrees up in Harrisonville. It's 55 over in Clinton. So the heavy rain showers this morning, I don't know that that heavy, moderate rain showers this morning, right, have already pushed off well to the east. Those are over Columbia and Jeff City, and I don't see anything else hanging out on the horizon for right now for east central Kansas, west central Missouri. So might get a break today, but I just wouldn't be surprised for little pop-up showers and maybe some small thunderstorms, but they'll be moving off pretty quick if that happens. So hope you're able to dodge the raindrops today if you got plans to be outside. So let's talk about severe weather. Just FYI, if you are headed out into western Kansas or know people out there, severe weather outlook today. There is some convective shower activity just along that corridor there. So not so much over here in our area, but if you're going that way, I thought that might interest you. And wrong button. This button. Here is Monday's severe weather outlook. This has not changed for our area. It has expanded up over the northern plains. But for our area, still exactly what we've been talking about the last few days. Let me go ahead and bring it in. A couple different views because we're talking about the Kansas side and the Missouri side. So I'm going to start once again with this severe weather outlook for Monday over here on the Kansas side. And so the 3 out of 5 enhanced risk picks up just east of Manhattan and goes all the way over here to Warrensburg for Monday afternoon and evening. I'm going to scroll through all the threats. I'm going to put a little bit of data behind it that I will be watching here. So you know what I'll be looking at and what I think is most likely to happen. But let's go with the threats first. Tornado outlook for Monday. It is up a bit. We are in the 5% to 9%. So definitely not zero probability of a tornado. Same area, right? And so predominantly, though, with the nature of the storms that we may have along this area, I am seeing possibly clusters of cells, right? So clusters of cells make us talk about strong winds, but strong hail. And so in this hatched area, right, where the black is black hatching right across the graphics is a greater to or equal than 10% probability of significant hail, greater than or equal to 2 inches in diameter. So if storms do fire, we do have those discrete small cells that can really put up some whomping hail. So just wanted to be sure and bring you that one. If I shift things over to the Missouri side a little bit, this is where the enhanced risk drops off, slashing right through Bates County. So Nevada, Clinton, Sedalia, you guys are in the slight risk. And then by the time we get over to Monette, Springfield, Lebanon, you guys drop down into the marginal risk for Monday stuff. So tornado outlook, let me just finish off on the Missouri side. Again, this does pick up Chanute, Fredonia, Pittsburgh, Fort Scott, Missouri side, Butler, Nevada, Harrisonville, Clinton, and Sedalia included in that particular outlook. So let me do now some data that I will be watching just to show you what I think all eyes should be on. This is tomorrow afternoon, Monday afternoon. Models are not suggesting, they're not overly aggressive, I guess I would say. Putting up convective activity, probably due to a lack of forcing. But this is the reason that we're going to stay aware. These are the CAPE values, guys. And CAPE is available energy. It's one measure of instability. And these values that I'm just rolling through right now are absolutely significant to produce those strong supercells, produce all the threats, the winds, the hail, and strong tornadoes as well. So this is the area that just corresponds to those risk areas that I'm watching starting Monday afternoon. But models are just not overly aggressive. The forcing may not show up until later. And so what may happen, this is just how the models are presently resolving this. What may happen is that the front, the forcing associated with the front, may not start to roll through until the evening overnight hours. So here I am at possibly a 9 p.m. Before these clustered cells that I've been describing start to show up. So the probability is there that they show up earlier all along that area of significant CAPE for sure. There is weak inhibition that it's going to be fighting with through the afternoon. But it's very possible that for our area, these discrete cells don't fire until evening, pushing overnight, like 9-10 p.m. And the good thing about that will be that all of that instability that has set up from the daytime heating will start to wane. And so, but there's still plenty of energy available, still plenty of instability. So we really need to stay aware probably into the overnight, very early morning hours of Tuesday. So it's a long time frame, but we can do it. We can watch it. That's the time frame as I see it. Let's talk about what happens after that. Let's look at all of the rain that is possibly coming through after that. The threat drops off Tuesday morning, right? But not necessarily rain. I think we get a little bit of a break for the Tuesday morning hours, but by Tuesday afternoon, let me just pop through the week. We'll step through time going through the rest of the week. There is Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday evening, I'm to overnight now. This is like Wednesday, 1 a.m. Still heavy showers. Here comes a break maybe Wednesday morning. This is 7 a.m. By Wednesday afternoon, here comes another round pushing up from the south, right? I'm into Wednesday evening now, Wednesday overnight. Thursday morning, maybe we get a break before one more. This is early morning hours of Friday, like 4 or 5 a.m. Look what happens finally then. All of this noise pushes off to the east, and I think that dry conditions finally return by Friday. But by that time, what has happened, right, to areas that have already had excessive rainfall? I'm kind of looking down here along like Pleasanton over to Butler. It's kind of the demarcation line maybe between 2.5 inches to about 3.5 inches. So obviously, this setting up for Kansas City about, you guys can see a little bit more than 2 inches possibly. As we move south, we get down into Cass County. Now we start to broach the 3-inch mark, possibly 3.7, moving down towards Vernon County. Over in southeast Kansas, I'm seeing possibly 4 inches likely for that. It's possible, right? This is several systems with high precipitable water values, and if they train like we saw in the last excessive rainfall round, if they stick around or they refocus, recenter over one area several times, then we are once again talking about those flood risks, and we've had plenty of that already. So I think that'll be your chief complaint throughout the week for sure. So we will check on the severe weather stuff for Monday. Like I said, for right now, I think we need to be aware of all the options. We'll pay attention in the afternoon. All the some of the ingredients are there, and then it's as we get into the late evening overnight hours, I think we'll pay the closest attention. That's the plan. In the meantime, have an awesome Sunday.